When I seen that man cry actual tears, and then why would he want to come back just to get booed again like the Colts fans did him at halftime when they found out that he was going to retire in that preseason game? What about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know. Teams reached out to Andrew Luck. Mm-hmm. Jim Irsay says that this is tampering.
I mean, is it really though?
Did your internet go out, Sora?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Irsay's
what happened?
I think Irsay is kind of I don't know. This is a tough question, bro. I like this question right here. Cause like, was it in the middle of the season that the Commanders talked to Andrew?
Yeah, it was in the middle of the season. Well, you got to let me just read this before we even give our thoughts on this. Let's read this real quick. Per Fox News, the Washington Commanders may have violated the NFL's tampering rules when they reportedly inquired about retired quarterback Andrew Luck's interest in returning to the league. The Indianapolis Colts have asked the NFL to look into the possibility of improper contact between the Commanders and Luck, according to ESPN. Do we know why this is considered tampering, first of all? Because Luck is still technically under contract with the Indianapolis Colts.
Still under contract, and it's in the middle of the season too. So, and that's technically when you don't want to do it.
I mean,
you shouldn't do it at all, honestly.
Well, it's not tampering to reach out to people that are free agents in the middle of the season. But this dude is still under contract. That's why it's considered tampering.
And he said you could just tell he's done with football.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
I don't think Andrew Luck is one of them dudes that's going to just fall back on his decision. Like, yeah, I'm retired, right? I'm not coming back, but I'll think about it. No, when he did that interview, he was done. I mean, the tears in his eyes said it all. I'm done, bro. I've gave all I need to give. And the Colts, and until Chris Ballard got there that tried to build that team around him, he was just done with the whole thing. So I don't know. With that being said, it's he's not coming back. So I don't even know why people are. I believe that, he's one of those dudes. He's like a man of his word. You know what I'm saying? If I said I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I mean, he's got a dad that used to play in the NFL too. He knows the dangers of going back and continues to play. Like, to be honest, I think Andrew Luck would have retired early, even if it wasn't because of the injuries, because of his family.
It's a story that we will never know. Andrew, we will never know about that situation with Andrew, man.
Commander's gonna lose a draft pick.
He could have been. If he had,
I mean, also, how many times, like every year, it seems like we're always mentioning Andrew Luck. Like, let the deceased rest. Let the man rest. All right.
If you saw it, the thing about this, man, is if you saw Andrew Luck at I think it was the Stanford. Some women and some athletes are getting honored for being some of the best athletes there that have played at Stanford. The dude was pretty skinny. You could tell that he's not skinny like that he's dying or something. Skinny in the fact that the dude has not put on football weight in a long time, and he's keeping it off for a reason. He seems super happy to be around his families and his daughters and everything. Let that man stay retired. You know what I'm saying?
He's done with football.
He's done. He said he lost love for the game.
We understand. We get it. He potentially had the opportunity to be one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it, just based off of the fact that he could do every single thing right. But he's not. You could just tell when a guy has that love of the game, and just the passion is there, and you could just tell with Luck, he's not in that shape where he's he wants to play football. And you talked about it, he's not in that football shape, and you could tell. I mean, it happens to everyone. I mean, eventually Aaron Rodgers is going to be in that state where it's like he doesn't want to play football or he doesn't want to have that love for the game.
Yeah.
And I mean, this situation, it's like he said it a bunch of times. He's done with football, and there's still teams that reach out to him. I mean, obviously, we get it. He's a great quarterback, phenomenal player, but he's done with football, and you just leave it like that.
So here's the thing. Sarah said it perfectly. He's been gone for years. It's not like he retired a few months ago.
Yeah.
He's done. Leave it. Let that man be in the shadow realm with his family. Oh my God. This source cats or his internet. It's got him it got him clocked out, homie. Vic said, if Andrew Luck left the Colts because of issues with their offensive line, how are the Commanders any better? Andrew Luck isn't dumb enough to leave a situation due to health concerns to turn around and sign with the team that will most certainly give him CTE. That is facts.
I think some people don't understand like how hard it is to play football, and that's they take football for granted, and like what these guys do on a daily basis to make weight and not only get on the field and just like take a bunch of time away from the game. Or not from the game, but to not be with their families at times. And, it takes a lot, bro. It takes a lot of work, it takes the grind, and it's a hard situation, bro.
Well, it's like anybody that works a normal job, right? I mean, half of your life is going to be spent working, just like a quarter of your life is going to be spent sleeping. And you can't get that time back. And he's going through a situation where he's made plenty of money. Mm-hmm. And he's felt like the one thing that everybody loved about Andrew Luck was that every single game he gave it his all. At the end of the game, good, bad, or indifferent, that the dude went out and was a warrior for his team. That's why he had as many injuries as he had. He didn't get them because he wasn't playing hard. Like every inch of that blade of grass on that field mattered to him to make the play. So, of course, once you feel like you've given everything to an organization, especially, and they decide to award you with Quentin Nelson and everybody else later on, of course you're going to be checked out. When I seen that man cry actual tears, and then why would he want to come back just to get booed again like the Colts fans did him at halftime when they found out that he was going to retire in that preseason game?
Yeah.
Why would he go through that situation yet again just to be disappointed? So you already had to deal with injuries, which is already mentally tasking. You had to deal with time with your family. This is mentally tasking. Then you had to deal with the fact that like your team didn't want to build around you every single year until you were about to be on your deathbed. And then you had to deal with the mentally tasking situation of walking off the field where you feel like you gave everything to an organization and a team for them to boo you, which is going to take all the enjoyment that you thought you had for playing the position completely out of the equation. So when he got up on that podium and said that I'm retiring, I called my wife, or I think I texted or called my wife, and I said, I'm genuinely sad that Andrew Luck is retired because me and him are the same age. If I was to play in college, we would have came out the same year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt more of an attachment to that situation because I understood where he was coming from. And every single time the dude got hit or something, he was smiling, telling somebody good job.
It's like he was smiling, and then like he would say like, "Go ahead." Yeah, man.
The dude should have been the poster child for the league for years and never got that opportunity, but it's because of people like Patrick Mahomes, which his family's always in the freaking news. You don't see anything talk bad about Andrew Luck ever. And the NFL did a disservice for that. They should do a Madden cover for every single player that retired early that got their career snatched away from them that had a high trajectory. And then revamp the Road to Glory series or whatever it is, like, the Road to MVP series based off of one of these players. You get to choose them and play out their career without them getting injured. Mm-hmm. Come on, EA, hire me. I got you, homie.
I think they wanted Andrew to be the poster child. I mean, you could tell because like there's situations where you don't think guys are going to be the poster child, and like Brady's one of them. It's like he was a 6th-round pick, and no one thought he would be what he was today.
What's the biggest knock on? I'll tell you the person that doesn't get celebrated right now. Who's the name one bad thing about Lamar Jackson?
I guess.
His hair conference in that presser was not the best. I'll say that right now. Homeboy had the frizzies going on, man.
Yeah, I mean,
get the Garnier going, brother.
I guess it would be. I don't know. His passing still could get better out.
So his physical skills. What about his personality?
There's nothing really wrong with it, honestly.
What about his off the field issues? Does he have any?
Not really.
What about the way that he talks about Baltimore? Any problems there? Or does he love playing there?
Yeah, he loves playing there.
Why is he not the poster boy of the NFL when he's healthy?
I was gonna say that's my biggest knock. Week 12,
we gotta think. Luck was the only reason he wasn't the poster child was because the situation he was put in. Like, he never really had a chance to get to the Super Bowl, and
who cares? People that don't get to the Super Bowl every year make the cover of Madden.
But like, I'm saying in the sense of like his team never gave.
Peyton Hillis made the cover one year.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying his team never.
Lamar made the cover.
His team never gave him a chance to do like things that you would see Patrick Mahomes doing right now.
I'm a bit, I'll always defend Andrew Luck, man, but y'all need to stop. Leave this man. I mean,
let him rest.
That's why I like the fact, as much as we like to talk about Ben Roethlisberger, and I had mentioned this at one point, much as we like to talk about Ben Roethlisberger sometime, we can hear you.
Okay. No, that wasn't what I heard. Like, never mind.
So the thing about Ben Roethlisberger, he came out and said, yeah, I got a call from the 49ers. Did I entertain it? Maybe in my mind, but I didn't want to be nowhere else but that black and gold. I respect that. He could have got an easy payday from John Lynch and them boys to come down and just lose again. But he knew it was not worth his health. He knew it wasn't worth he already was coming off 2 bad years of his career. And to ruin your legacy, like to play in just one place your whole career, yeah, man, don't add on to it by having one bad year to your resume. That don't make any sense either.
And his arm was dead too. So yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.